a brew, it's tea for two with me, Lewis.
And me, Sarah.
Yeah, that would do. Hello everyone, this is the second instalment to our podcast, Rooney. We last did one, which was about 2 months and a bit ago. It was the end of August, the 27th, round then.
Yeah, it was right before we went to New York, wasn't it?
It really do be like that sometimes.
That feels like so long ago, but also yesterday.
I know, it's kind of tragic.
Yeah.
A lot's happened since then, which will be revealed to you in the next coming podcast.
Yeah.
Because we're also filming that right now. Well, not right now, but like soon.
I should mention, I'm sorry for having a look, like, the reason why the podcast has taken so long is because Lewis and I have the most busy lives, and literally the only time we could do this is on a Saturday night at 8:30.
Literally.
Right when I've got back from work and right when you've just got back from doing
Lots
uni work
of
and
different things,
stuff,
which is stressful. But we'll be talking about uni in our next one.
Yeah.
In today's one, now that we're actually back from New York, it might be 2 months later, but we are back from New York, and we were like, well, we were always going to do a podcast about New York and about our trip, talking about the shows that we saw and the things like that.
Yeah.
Even if it's 2 months later.
Yeah. Well, we meant to do it the week we came back, but
literally, uni started. Third year was like a big kick in the balls, but like I said, we'll talk about that in our next one.
Yeah.
Anyway, New York though was stunning. It was really fun. It was great.
Yeah.
I had a great time. Did you have a good time?
I had the best experience.
You know what the worst
of my
moment
life.
of that whole trip was? The worst part
I know
about
what
the whole trip.
Wait, go on.
It was when we were landing in New York and I had that excruciating pain in my face.
I forgot
and
that.
I thought I was gonna die.
I thought you were gonna say the worst part was every evening when you would say that you were cold when it was scorching hot.
That too, but that's kind of that. I can forget about that. But it was excruciating pain when we were landing in New York.
But you are very tolerant. You never moan
I don't
about
really give a shit about
being ill.
Yeah.
About you'll be ill and you'll just be like, it's fine.
Like, I've had
But
tonsillitis for a month
you were
before,
full
so-
on like in pain, and I felt so
I thought
bad.
I was gonna die.
I wanted to help you, but I didn't know how.
Is that horrible to say? I thought I had a tumour. Is that a bit far?
Did you say that in the vlog?
Probably.
So, know this, although Lewis and I have vlogged the experience separately, I've not actually seen any of your vlogs yet, and I don't think you've seen any of mine.
I might have seen the first two.
Obviously, we've been so busy, we've not even been able to finish the vlogs.
I've only
which I
uploaded
feel,
3 of mine out of 9 or 8.
I think
So if anyone's looking for my vlogs for New York, they are coming. They'll definitely be up before Christmas.
Yeah, that's
I do
fine.
promise that I'm not going to like announce them. They'll just kind of be up when they are, because I do care about them and I want them to be good.
Yeah.
But I don't really care so much that like the time's passed now, and I'm sure you probably care but don't care. You probably don't even care.
I don't think anyone even remembers that we went. It's been so
they're like, sorry,
long.
what? They went to New York? What? So so that's kind of that about the worst part about it. But yeah, it was a really good holiday. It was nice because it was the end of summer, and it was nice that we kind of worked towards it, and
yeah. And every day was so different. It felt like we were there so much longer than 8 days. You know, it was good for me because, like I said, I don't even know if I said this in the last podcast, but I've been before. I know you've been many times before to New York, but I've been once before, and that trip was such a blur because we had 5 days, but also the days were travel days. Really, we had 3, and we were doing workshops and seeing shows. I didn't really get to see anything.
We were there for a long time.
So it felt like
we were
a long
there.
time.
We did 2 travel days, and well, we were there.
It was like 8 nights, wasn't it? 8
nights probably.
Yeah.
It was wild.
It was wild. So, the first night.
The first night, so actually before we even go into that, so on the holiday we were also kind of joined. It just all happened, they just seemed to be going at the same time. You might have heard of someone called Bryony who's on YouTube. She does 6 videos. She was there as well with her friend Izzy, and that was really nice that they were there too.
It was. We had so much fun with them, and we had so much fun with them in the day seat queues, especially for like Beetlejuice.
And we saw a couple of shows with them, which was quite nice. And we saw a couple of other people on the trip from home, I saw someone from back home. We saw people from uni.
From our uni, yeah.
We saw people that watched our videos. It was quite cool, quite fun. But the first night, so the first show that we saw was Bat Out of Hell.
Representing the t-shirt, strap t-shirt. That's the best bit about it.
I mean, we went to go see Bat Out of Hell because we knew it was going to be a show that we didn't need to focus on because like we'd seen it
And we were jet lagged.
And we were tired. Yeah. You were more tired than me. Actually, no, that's a lie. I was quite tired because I didn't sleep on the plane there. Which, when I went before...
I struggled because, I don't even know if I put this in the vlog, but because Lewis had booked it...
There was a weird gap, wasn't there?
Oh, Lewis had booked most of the seats on the plane were 3 people seats, but you had booked the 2 people seat because you were like, yeah, 2 people seat. What we didn't realise was, because it was 2 people, it meant it was far away from, like, the window.
But it wasn't quite next to the aisle either. It was kind of, like, weirdly, like, jauntily
at so I couldn't lean on the window because it was literally, like, a mile away from me, and then I couldn't really lean on you because, I mean, I did a bit, but you were like, space!
I was kind of there, like, I had my leg out in the aisle at one point, and the lady was like, can you move your leg, please? I'm trying to get through the trolley.
Yeah, the people on the way there were...
On the way back, they were really nice.
Aggressive, but people on the way back were so nice.
Yeah. So we saw Bat Out of Hell first.
Yeah.
If you watch my vlog for that, which is up, for the whole vlog I called her Lena Dunham. That's not even her name. It's Lena Who. I called her Lena Dunham.
I think I must have said it wrong though.
Because I kept telling you it was Lena Dunham. I'm glad we didn't go to this fucking stage door. Because I would have been like, Lena Dunham. Who the fuck is Lena Dunham? She was like 28. But yeah,
she's 28.
Not Lena Who.
Oh right.
Whoever this Lena Dunham chick is. But yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. Bat Out of Hell. I think about it every day. Do you know why I think about it every day?
Why? Because it was trash.
Because Land of the Pig wasn't in the show. And I don't know what it is, but I've grown an obsession since we saw it on literally New Year's Day.
Yeah.
With that song. And I was gutted because I was like, I wanted to see him going absolutely apeshit with like, ah!
Yeah, I was kind of looking forward to it.
Yeah.
There was a lot of bits cut out.
There was a lot of things changed.
But things added in. Like, it wasn't like the material be taken out. But like,
looking back now, I don't think the cast, the ones who were transferred, enjoyed it as much because of the changes.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. That's how it read.
And
yeah, and that was it really for Bat Out of Hell. There was, as we showed, there was no one in the audience with us.
Oh my god, it was so empty. We got the tickets for £25, or $25.
Yeah.
But enough about that, because that wasn't even like the best part of the trip. The next night was incredible. So we booked Moulin Rouge, which was... We got really cheap tickets. We got $99 tickets. We weren't sat next to each other, but they were restricted view, but it was a great time. Me and Zara would often turn around, or I'd be like shaking my head because I loved it. Like, not a bad shake, like, oh my god.
We were so lucky.
We swapped seats as well at point, like at the interval, so we both get like an equal chance.
I was not ready for how beautiful that venue was going to be.
I can't wait for the Piccadilly Theatre to be transformed into that. I was at the Piccadilly Theatre the other night watching Death for Salesman. I was already like... picturing it.
I don't know about you, but I drive my class crazy because I'm constantly listening to it because it's so great to work out to, by the way. Work out, yeah. I try. But I'm just always talking about how excited I am for it. The one thing that annoys me though is I could never be in it because everyone is skinny.
Literally. Like, remember the guy in the pre-show who was wearing... I could play as Ziegler when I'm 50, but like the guy, remember in the pre-show who was wearing the corset and he was just like fucking dangling from that thing. I mean, oh my god, he was beautiful, but I could never. I've also gained such an obsession for Robin Herder. I watch her Insta story every single day. Yeah. I stan her so bad, and now we met her twice at the stage door, and I didn't realise how iconic she was going to be until we left. She was really nice. She was so nice, and I didn't know. Oh. The show's insane. I mean, if you're waiting for the transfer, then obviously do, but if you do happen to go to New York to see it, you will not because of the cast, be disappointed. And Aaron Tveit, and like if you manage to get in the stalls and I was on the end seat. Oh my god, and they walked past. Yeah, and he walked past, I swooned. Oh my god, it was iconic. Yeah. We saw it twice on the trip. We then, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. The next show we saw after that. What did we do in the afternoon on that day? We went to, you know what, we went to Stardust. Went to the Stardust Diner with Bryony and Izzy on the first day. That was a fucking experience. You'd never been before, had you? Never. I'd been in many. Do you know what was mad though? I don't know why, but years ago when I went in 2016, I remember seeing the queue for Stardust and being like, sad, I can't go and I don't have money, sad. And I don't know why, but Stardust had moved locations in my map when we went. I don't think I told you that, but it was so much better than what I thought it was going to be. I didn't realise it was going to be as like there's someone who runs it who was like, okay, and now we're doing this. I just thought it was a bit like, these things just on. But the fact there was like lighting and there was someone sorting out the microphones like with the sound desk, and I was like, this is. I'm a bit weirded out that
that London doesn't have that, considering we're the theatre capital?
We did, and then it kind of like went south, and it wasn't the right thing for Lyon to do. They saw a gap in the market and failed miserably.
They should have. I think Stardust itself should just open one here, like Stardust London. I don't know.
But yeah, so the next day was a Saturday. Saturday, what did we do? So it was a 2-show day. That was Tootsie and
Mean
Girls.
I might have to look at my vlogs.
So I day-seated with Bryony that morning and Izzy from Mean Girls. Zara day-seated Tootsie on her ones.
I did, but I met like three blokes in the queue, and we just sat for hours talking about things.
Yeah.
And like they were giving me, I can't even speak. I'm sorry. They were giving me so much like intel about Broadway, and I was giving them all this intel about like London West End, and we just sat there for hours and hours and hours. The only thing I was sad about is when I saw Tootsie and I wasn't that impressed with it, that they were so hyped up for it, and I went.
Yeah.
However, that being said, if you look at my Spotify playlist, what have I been listening to?
Tootsie. Have you? Really?
I've been listening to Lily Cooper's and John.
Oh yeah, Lily Cooper was cool.
Yeah, and also his when he's like, I can't. What's his one? His falsetto. I like his Santino's. Is that his name?
Santino Fontana.
That's it. I just in love
his
with
voice
him.
was kind of insane. I didn't expect it to be that good. Now I look back at it. I mean, there was a big controversy about the musical, and I don't think it was. I mean, it was debatable, but
For me,
wasn't
it was just the humour.
It wasn't like
Yeah.
really derogatory towards anyone, I don't think, but what do I know, you know?
Yeah, I don't know, I've still not seen the film, which I was planning on doing,
so,
but again, we've been so busy, like, we don't have time to do anything fun.
Literally, I have no time anymore. So yeah.
This is the most I've seen Lewis in months.
Literally.
We spend about 10 minutes with each other every day.
Literally.
So it's a bit of catch up.
Yeah, we do Drag Race Thursdays.
Yeah.
Or on a Friday.
If we make it, one of us falls asleep or has to leave because they're so tired.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah.
That was morbid.
And then Mean Girls. We saw Mean Girls that evening.
Those seats were the best seats.
Yeah, we got Rush and they were front row. Really fun. It was Taylor Loudon's last week as well in the role of Regina, which was really fun. We had, last year when I saw it, I didn't see Eric Henderson, which this year I got to, which was really nice. So yeah.
Her Instagram is so fun. Have you seen it? She does so much fun stuff. She dressed up Halloween. This is a side note. Dressed up with Halloween. Her and the guy who plays the lead male.
Gray. No, not Gray Henderson.
No. You know what I mean.
Oh, I know who
He's. I feel. Oh no, that's really bad. I don't know his name. Oops. Anyway, they dressed up as Ron and Kim Possible for Halloween, and I was like, wow. Yeah, Mean Girls was really good. I really enjoyed it.
I really. Barrett wasn't on, but
that was the one qualm. I went to Broadway and I tried to see Mean Girls with Barrett and she wasn't on. Boo hoo.
Oh my god. Kyle.
Yeah, that's it. Oh my god, isn't that such a great photo?
That's so beautiful.
Oh god.
I hope he transfers so that when I'm in a production as Damien, he can be my husband.
Well, every time I listen to it, I'm like, Lewis can do this.
I really want to play Damien.
Yeah, I think you just are Damien though. That's why it'd be so natural for you.
Yeah, it really do be like that sometimes. So yeah, I'm trying to skip forward. I'm trying to see what time we're on. I'm like 13 minutes. I don't want to skip too quickly, but at the same time we've got a lot to cover.
Yeah.
So the next day, oh my god. So Sunday, wild events happened on Sunday. Sunday, the original plan was Beautiful, the Carole King musical, and Waitress.
No, haven't we skipped it? Because when was the World Trade Center and stuff?
Oh, World Trade Center was on Friday. Oh, wait, was it?
We missed out. This is bad. I'm gonna have to get the vlogs that I've
uploaded up. So Friday was the World Trade Center. It was because we did World Trade Center, met Elena, and then we went.
Oh, shout out to Elena.
Elena's a fucking queen. Yeah, it definitely was.
Oh, the World Trade Center was Moulin Rouge Day.
Yeah. So we went up the World Trade Center as well, which was pretty fun.
Yeah.
It was good. Would recommend.
It was so much better than the Shard.
Oh my god, so much better. It's such an experience though, isn't it?
And I cried so much at that reveal. Like, it's sort of embarrassing that I uploaded that, but
mood.
I'm so emotionless. If you
me uploading really dodgy covers going, wow, can't believe I uploaded that. But yeah, so we also did that on the Friday.
Yeah.
So the Sunday, so there was a big wild turn of event. Oh my god, Sunday we also Friday we also saw Hamilton's burial site, Eliza's burial site as well.
Yeah, I I was weird about that in the vlog. I was like, is this okay to vlog? Because you feel weird.
Yeah.
I was like, is it? I'm being respectful because I'm like, yeah, this is it. Then I decided that that was okay, that he would be for it.
I filmed it, but I wasn't there like, oh my god, I'm here. Like,
Yeah, no, I didn't do that.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
we didn't do that.
But other people were taking more. Other people were like standing on like the. Some people were standing on like the bit, weren't they, to get to his one?
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
And I was like,
Ew. We also did that. Back to Sunday.
Sorry,
wild events happened. So we were meant to see
Sunday
Beautiful, the
was
Carole King musical, and Waitress. We then decided that we weren't going to see Beautiful because we really wanted to see Moulin Rouge again. We were already planning our second trip.
We came back to the hotel the night after, the night of Moulin Rouge, and I was like, I want to see it again. And you're like, hold on, what if we really enjoy Tootsie, or what if we really enjoy blah blah blah?
I said, what if we enjoy Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
And we're like, we're going to have to wait. We're going to have to wait and suss it out.
Yeah.
And then we went to go see Waitress. We went to go day seat Waitress.
Yeah.
So we went to day seat, and then we were in the queue. We were like, oh, we were really devastated because we never won the Hercules lottery.
Do you know what? Do you know what I'm sad about? I thought I had footage of me. I thought I had footage of me filming us not winning in my room upstairs, and I was gonna put it in that vlog. That's what I thought. There isn't. I was like, oh, I didn't film it. I thought I had footage of us not getting it. Maybe I deleted it because I was like, oh,
maybe I accidentally
didn't win.
deleted it, like ready for the.
I was like, oh, I didn't win, so I've deleted it. It doesn't matter. So when we won, oh, well, actually, getting ahead of myself.
Yeah.
But when we did go, I mean, everyone who's watching this has probably seen that vlog already. Like
all the pictures on Instagram or everything.
That was wild.
But we were in the day seat queue for Waitress, and these two lovely ladies, Nick and Mer, they were like, oh yeah, you can literally go down and enter the in-person lottery.
So the night before was the first ever show of
Yeah.
it, and they had went, I think both of them maybe, had went, definitely Nick.
Both of them, I think.
Oh, it must have been both, yeah. They'd went and gone, because I think they overheard me. No, they were talking about it, because you had gone. I was on my own, weren't I?
Yeah.
You had gone to the hotel.
No, I was already there when we decided we were going.
Oh, yeah, but I already spoke to them about
because I had to prep myself for the whole day, because I was like, we've got shit to get
Yeah, because then I was like, sorry, I know this is really fragmented. Anyway, so I overheard them talking, and I was editing the first day vlog at the time, and I was like, sorry, did you just mention you went to the Hercules? And they were like, yeah.
Oh,
I was like,
we also went to the Brooklyn Bridge on that Friday as well. Anyway, Karen.
That was, my poor foot. I experienced many pains in New York. The second one.
I took you on a lot of walking. We did loads of steps.
Yeah, but I'm used to walking, but like I stupidly wore flip-flops.
Yeah.
On that whole day. I'm not being funny, the pictures look amazing. I look great in them flip-flops. I'm happy to have my toe out. But do you know what I mean? Yeah. I got absolutely savaged by mosquitoes. I got bit by a spider in my bedroom the night before we left. I've got scars on my arms from it. Can you see it?
I get them.
That was an actual scar from that bite.
Oh my God.
So in the airport, I was like, oh, I went to the pharmacy and I was like, it's on fire. And they were like, oh. They were like, where have you been? And I was like, oh, just here, just England. And they were like, it's gonna be fine. Anyway, so yeah, so we met then. They were like, yeah, and I was like, Lewis, change your plan. Well, let's go. We had already
planned we weren't going to see Carole King because we knew we wanted to go. We might be wanting to see.
Well, you saw on the website Moulin Rouge tickets for that night.
I was so prepared. Yeah. I was so prepared to be going to see it. So anyway, we got our tickets for Waitress. Yeah. Colleen, Todrick, fabulous.
The craziest stage door experience ever.
Wild.
I can't wait to see your vlog.
But the wildest part was we were there, and I was like, Zara, you were like, what? I was like, I'm getting the tickets. I'm going to Moulin Rouge now and getting the tickets.
Yeah.
Whilst you were in stage door.
And you did, but for the funeral, because we decided at that point we were going to go to Hercules that night, and if we didn't win, then at least we had Moulin Rouge tickets for another night. Yeah. So you went to go buy them, and then I was in the queue. I don't even know, like, I love Colleen. Hold my hands up, I'm not really a Miranda fan because everyone younger than me got into it. Does that make sense? I never did because I never found the humour, but I really like Colleen. So
I like
watch
Colleen.
Her vlogs. And the baby, Flynn is just...
And I'm like quite a big Todrick fan.
And of course I'm a Todrick fan.
So it was like nice to see them, but it was wild. There's like, whenever that upload goes up, there is some wild footage of Zara just like being surrounded by pushy parents and like kids. No, not yet.
See, mine's up, but yours isn't.
Yeah. I'm like...
But it's fine. And then we literally I had pizza.
But the thing was, is I went and picked up the tickets, came back, and that's when Colleen came out.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah. And then we went and got pizza, which was nice. And then we went and made our way to Central Park. We saw Corey DeSoto in the subway. That was quite fun.
The subway was so empty though, and I didn't know he was there till after you told me.
Sorry, it was Corey DeSoto.
And I was like, what? And you were like, Colleen's Corey, and I was like,
yeah.
What?
So that was quite fun. And then we get to Central Park and we entered the lottery and we just had to wait it out. We just kind of waited around for a couple of hours. And then we won. And then we saw Hercules, which was probably the best experience of the holiday. Like, it was just it was a nice moment winning. Like, it was really fun. And it was just really nice because we really wanted to see it before. And we never got the tickets and we did get them. Like, it was really fun.
The moment that was announced on Twitter that Hercules was being a production.
Me and you were both like.
We were like, oh, we would give
there.
anything to see that. But we hadn't even decided we were going to New York at that point.
No.
And then I looked and it was like, oh, it's done via lottery. I was like, we don't stand a chance. Because especially the online lottery, it's like, where do you live? And I was like, oh, I've got to put UK.
Yeah, like, this is
I bet they discredit anyone who doesn't live in the US because they're like, they clearly can't come. So we didn't win and I was devoed. And then I even tried to get people on Twitter to maybe give me tickets.
Literally.
As in I was like, does anyone have spare tickets?
And then apparently there was a thing that they wouldn't do it like that because you needed ID or something.
Which is a lie because they didn't ID us, but it doesn't matter. I think it was more like safety precaution.
But it was like insane though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like Krista Rodriguez, Roger Bart, who was the original Hercules, was playing.
His song is so catchy. It's a cool day in hell. I bet nobody else, unless you've seen Hercules, knows what I'm talking about because they've not released an album. Because I assume it's going to be produced into a full show. But even if it does, it won't be that production because there was like, was it 200?
It was like, so with the way that it was, the public theatre, they have like community theatre programmes, and they had a lot of the people from the community theatre programmes helping out with the show in ensemble roles. Like the ensemble, hella booky, gonna be real. Some of it really cute and it worked really nicely, some of it booky. Like there was this old man that just posted up like halfway through a scene with his water bottle that he couldn't quite fit in his jacket, and then just sat on the side of the stage, was like, I'm not going any further.
I had to delete, when I was editing my vlog, I had to delete all that footage about me going off about the old man because I was so annoyed that he ruined the end scene, because he just came on and everyone else was doing all this da, 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 and he was just stood there like a beat behind, but he wasn't, he was like this.
My favourite thing about the whole show.
And then he was water bottles on stage and he was watching, stood on the stage,
it was so
watching
he was
Krista
like,
Rodriguez and Hercules. Well, what's his name? Anyway. It's, oh, I can see it.
It's right, I'm gonna have a look. We'll carry on talking about it though. But it was insane, like, the puppets. And you know what my favourite thing was? My entire favourite thing about the whole show, the muses, and how they were like Destiny's Child.
Yeah. Totally. The costumes were so great.
Do you know what I mean? Try and tell me they were.
Just, yeah. And do you know, like, I don't know if I said this on the vlog, but it was just the atmosphere of being in the room with like I think it's like 1,000-seater, right? And like everyone else was just so excited to be there because it was like a 1 in a million chance you were gonna, you know what I mean? And everyone in there was just so, there was just so much love. And like, I hate it when
Jelani.
Jelani.
Yeah. He played Hercules.
Yeah. I hate it when you see shows and people are just like hating it or like just sat there and like they're not giving love to what they're looking at, because you can feel it, you can feel the energy, do you know what I mean?
Sorry, I was just watching a video on my Instagram. For those that are listening and can't see, I've liked that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to save it so I can look at it later on. Oh my god, oh, it's iconic.
So yeah, that was great.
We're back again. The camera cuts out after so long. The Muses, one of the Fates row was a little girl, and it was really cute and it worked really well, and that was one of the community theatre part aspects that was like really, really good, and I like that.
Yeah, they had a massive diverse range of people in it.
They did, yeah.
I think I was surprised.
James Monroe Iglehart as...
Oh, were you talking about
I can't think.
His trainer? Oh, shit.
What's the character called? He was really good anyway, I really liked him. But yeah, so Hercules was really good. We did try entering the lottery for our friends a couple of days later.
We tried a couple of days later because we had a free night. I don't know how we ended up with so much free time.
I think it's because we opted for to see another show. We were like,
yeah, we were so practical with how we saw things, so we made sure we got all the big ones out in the first few days, because if we wanted to revisit them. So we tried to see Hercules again, so we bumped into our friends Reese and Darcy. Well, he was your friend at the time, now he's my friend also, because I didn't know him before that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, do they mind being in this?
I don't know.
Sorry. And we bumped into
we bumped into them both, and we're like, what are you doing this evening? They're like, nothing. Because I went to go see Beetlejuice in the afternoon. We'd seen Hades Town.
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh yeah, we'll try and enter the lottery.
Yeah.
But that was on like the 3 days.
That was like late in it.
We'll talk about it when we get to it. So Monday, the next day. Monday.
Was that Hades Town Day?
No.
No, that was NBC Studio Tour and Sleep No More.
Oh, what a great day that was. It was a bit of wet. It was a bit of a wet day.
It was tiring because we were walking around.
We woke up early and we had the NBC Studio Tour, which by far was one of the best like attractions I think I've ever been to.
I was editing that today, Lewis. The video is going to be so funny. I was laughing.
Have you memed it of it? Like so at the end of the NBC Studio Tour, you get to make your own like Jimmy Fallon-esque show. I was like the special guest, so I was fucking making music on a freaking guitar, a drum, and it's really cool. But you'll see that in Zara's and my vlog whenever they're up and whatever.
I've got the sad thing is I've edited it. I just need to put music to it, but I don't even have the time to do that.
Literally,
I'm sorry everyone, but I guarantee it's going to be funny because. The great thing about the NBC thing was they sent you the full video.
Yeah, and you got it forever.
So I'm editing it on my phone because that's my technology, but I know for a fact you could do it even funnier on a Mac. You know how the Mac do the big nose thing?
Yeah.
You can do all of that. I can't do any of that. All I can do is zoom in and put in like funny videos. But
it's going to be really fun.
It's going to be funny because your interpretation is going to be totally different to what I focus on.
What was good about the tour though, what I really enjoyed was just how it was like you got to see so many different sets. Saturday Night Live, the Jimmy Fallon show, and we also saw one of the news reporting rooms they used.
And it was fun even though we had no idea who that person was.
Yeah. I knew
Saturday
Jimmy Fallon and Saturday Night Live. Like I knew them too, so it was quite nice.
I knew them, but have you ever seen Saturday Night Live?
Yeah. I watched quite a lot of their. You watched a lot of their skits after we came out, right?
I've seen bits of skits, but I've never seen a full episode.
I've watched one full episode. It was when Adele was in it.
Jimmy Fallon I have, and I love the fact that his seats are the leather from Ferraris. The audience get to sit in them, but also his studio is tiny. Like it's a shame we weren't allowed to film. It was tiny.
Yeah. It was so good.
Yeah, it was good.
And then I got a Jimmy Fallon umbrella. That was quite fun. I bought that because it was wet and wild, and I think I just wanted to spend the money on an umbrella.
Where is it?
It's at uni. It's in my locker.
Oh.
Because I spend more time at uni these days than I do
It's true.
at home, so it's better at being there. So we did that. We then went to Applebee's for lunch, which was quite nice. I ate chicken that whole holiday.
Do you know what's cool about the Applebee's? Because it was the one I think it was either in Times Square or next to it. It was completely Broadway themed. So I've got clips in my vlog because I don't know why, but the toilets were upstairs and there was a whole other restaurant up there of also Applebee's.
Oh, it's like a whole other. I sat upstairs when I
took loads of videos of like the walls because I thought, wow, this is nice.
Yeah. So that was quite fun.
And then we went to Macy's because
we did that day. Oh my god! I went to Levi's that day, and I got my jacket that day. That was fun. Went to Macy's. Didn't get anything in Macy's. We also went to Walmart. Oh no, I was going to.
I was
going to get a bag and never did.
No, we went to Target, not Walmart.
That was it. We went to Target. We got loads of candy, and I spent $35. $35.
Yeah.
Which was wild. Yeah, and then that night we went to go see Sleep No More, which is one of the best theatre experiences I've ever had.
Yeah.
Like, for a play-wise, rather than a musical, focusing on plays, it was insane. Incredible.
I think about it all the time, that one, because there was so much to think about.
Yeah.
Even though there was no derivative.
Yeah, it's hard to talk about as well. Yeah. All I say is, like, if you go to New York, it's $99, which is a great price. I would have paid triple that. I really would have.
I can 100% see why my teacher Scott, again, sorry if I'm saying these people's names, I'm not allowed to, went back and paid for the VIP experience.
Oh, I would have done.
Where you get like a meal in the bar.
Wild. It was wild. Like, it was so good. Like, it follows the story of Macbeth, but it's done in like this really cool way.
They're all professional dancers, so you hate yourself.
Yeah, literally, they are all beautiful. They show a lot of skin, which was quite fun and wild. And you get to keep your masks. We got a poster. I've not put that poster up yet. I want to get a frame for it. I want to get a frame for it and make it look nice.
I regret not getting a poster, but thinking about it, I couldn't even afford to get my friends and family snacks from Target because I had no money left.
But yeah, so we got the poster, but like we'll have to put it somewhere while we can post it.
Oh, that's nice.
Because I kind of bought it for Zara anyway, because I was like, well, I probably won't use it.
Put it in here, like that would be nice. It's really empty. Oh yeah, it will get ruined.
Shade on the podcast.
We're currently vlogging
in our kitchen.
Videoing,
podcasting,
filming. There you go.
Everything in our
kitchen because none of our housemates, our two other housemates, aren't here. So normally there would be loads of people in here. So.
But yeah, it's just us. So yeah, and I also got the programme and you got to keep the masks. The masks were so cool. Yeah. They were kind of like skeleton-esque.
Do you know?
But also like, mine's also at uni.
The mask?
To show my friends.
Yeah. Oh, that's not. I mean, I didn't take my mask because my class had already seen it when Scott brought his in, which was the same thing. Yeah. But I obviously told everyone about it, and someone.
I literally said to my class, I was like, if you do have to go to New York, then go and see it. And they were like, why are you flexing? I was like, sorry. But go see it.
That's the thing, you want to talk about it all so bad and tell people to see it because they're going.
But I felt like
it sounds like you're bragging.
Yeah.
And I hate that, but you just want to talk about it. Especially at my class, like my teacher has spoken about Punch Drunk so much, and he was the reason why we saw it because of him. So when I came back, it was all I wanted to talk about. And I even had someone from musical theatre who went, I'm sorry, I don't know, so I'm sorry if she watches this, but she came up to me and was like, oh, You Shall Sleep No More, can I like talk to you about my dissertation? I was like, yeah, she hasn't yet. That's really fun. But she came up to me. I don't know how she knew because that vlog isn't live yet, but she knew.
I posted a lot, didn't I?
Yeah, well maybe, we both posted a lot on Instagram.
I practically, everything on my vlog was on my Instagram at that time. I vlogged so much.
Well, that was what I was going to say about Sleep No More. I can, hand on heart, say it was the scariest experience, but without being in danger.
Yeah, without literally, like, you feel petrified for the first 10 minutes because the first thing that you see is you see one person get put on a floor on their own and everyone else just leaves them. I was so scared. That was the moment where I was like, I don't know if I can do this. The thing is you know no one's going to hurt you because they're actors. Yeah. But I spent 10 minutes kind of like teetering between going into the room and not, and it was petrifying. The lights, the soundscapes, just I fully felt immersed. Do you know what I mean? Like I felt like I was in that story, which is a lot because I think when you become when you go through all this like the technological side of being an actor, sometimes you'll see a show and you can't. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I find it hard to connect with shows a lot. Yeah. Because I'm like, I know that, maybe it's just me.
You know they're not being truthful. Yeah. You can see,
Or like, I just know that it's not, I don't know, when I was at Punch Drunk, I fully just believed these were the characters. Like, I never even thought they were actors, and like, it was wild. Yeah. Wild.
Yeah. I fully, that's so true. I fully believed they couldn't see me. That's a really good point. Yeah. So when he did see me, so in Punch Drunk there's one-on-one experiences that can happen, and I know about it because I've studied it before and Scott told me that, you know, it can happen, but it's rare that you get one because, I'm not being funny, there was literally like a fucking bazillion people in that building. Literally. If I had one critique, it would be get rid of at least half of the people in there. It was too rammed, and because it was so rammed, people pushed each other out the way. Someone ran after an actor.
My glasses never got trampled on.
Well, someone ran so far, it hit because the mask comes out, it knocked my mask off my face.
And you're like, no, my identity.
I was like, you're pregnant, you can't see the show. Someone might like elbow you. Someone held my hand at one point because she was so scared, and I think she thought it was someone else, but I just let her, and then she realised and was like
the funny thing is though, is like, also with the idea of like, for the first 10 minutes you're like trying to low-key find a story but trying to like not die because you think you're gonna die, but then also you'll get about halfway through the experience and you're like, right, I need to find a story now, and you'll probably spend about 15 minutes searching for a story, and you're like, and you see people sat down and you think, oh, someone's doing a one-to-one in there, and if I sit for a bit, and then you realise people are just sitting down because they're a bit tired.
Yeah,
and then you're like,
I saw someone like asleep or crying, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I was going to ask her, then I thought,
nah, can't do that. I've got
maybe
shit
she's
to
enjoying it, I don't know, it's
literally
cathartic. But you were scared, but I was, Lewis,
you knew
when
what
we
was
went,
going to happen though.
No,
Well, kind of.
But I was terrified. You're saying you were only scared for 10 minutes. I was scared for much longer than that because when we were in the elevator.
Maybe it was 20 minutes then.
It was a long time. We were in the elevator and you went with the rest of the group.
Because before we went in, I was like, do I follow you or are we completely going on our ones?
And
like,
Ethel, our girl, our character, was like, so guys, make sure it's better alone. And we were like, okay girl, we see you, we hear you,
yeah.
we're going in alone. Yeah. And they tried to break us up by giving us different cards, but we went in the same lift.
Yeah,
because like, you were like, I'm going in.
Yeah, I was like, I felt too boofed out by it and I was like,
but in the actual, that was just the bar though, but when we were actually going through the floors, the rest of the group went upstairs and I went downstairs.
And I think I followed up.
That was terrifying because downstairs was the room of I hate saying spoilers, but it was the room of like the graveyard basically.
Yeah.
And imagine being stood in that on your own, and I was like,
wooden maze situation.
I was stood there and I was like, I don't want to go back, I'm too scared. But also there's like, I could see shadowy figures which were statues, but I was too scared
to go into the toilet to go for a wee. Also, I went into the toilet for a wee and it's just these like LED kind of candles and you're like, what if
I can't see.
I was like, what if I piss on myself? Like,
yeah, you cannot see a thing. That was the other thing. It's dark.
Yeah.
Oh, my eyes were hurting from my like contact lenses because did you wear your glasses?
I did, and I took them off halfway through.
Oh, how did you see?
I can still see, like, I was quite into it, that I was like really focusing.
Right.
And like I was like, my glasses were kind of annoying me and I was like, they're just better if I take them off. But I wasn't fussed about it, like I still got
that's
the whole
maybe
experience.
the only other thing is how can you get a glasses friendly?
Yeah.
That's good, I don't know.
But anyway, that was kind of Punch Drunk's Sleep No More. Yeah. We could talk for years about it.
It was so intense when you were in the bar afterwards. It's a good thing that they give people that champagne drink, whatever, afterwards. Yeah. That we illegally gave Lewis.
Yeah. If maybe anyone wants like a full podcast on literally it, maybe we could do that.
How long is this?
We're already like
like
30, 40 minutes in, so
okay.
It's gonna be a long podcast today.
Yeah.
So after Tuesday was Beetlejuice.
What else did we? Was that the day we did? Oh, that was the day we went to Coney Island, right?
Oh, we did.
Oh,
so I was like so reluctant to go to Coney Island. I was like, I don't want to go.
It took me weeks of convincing you to go Coney Island. It took me to get Amy Lovett to convince you to go Coney Island.
Okay.
I was like, please come Coney Island.
What did I even think?
It's all I've ever wanted to go.
Yeah,
what
it was
did we
fun.
do?
I don't know. I don't really remember what I wanted to do that day instead.
You just didn't want to go.
Yeah,
you just wanted to walk around maybe Central Park or something, and I was like, but Coney Island.
And then I'm so glad we went.
Yeah.
It was really fun. We went to apparently New York's best hot dog place. Or it was like Brooklyn's best hot dogs or Coney Island's best hot dogs. They have a hot dog championship eating competition there every year. And it was pretty good. It was like okay. Like it was.
I didn't really rate it. Like I thought it was okay because I was hungry, but I
yeah,
wouldn't say, oh, that was incredible.
Their chips were pretty.
It's like when you have Five Guys for the first time, you know that's the shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't it.
Yeah. And then we went on we walked all the way up the beach, which was really nice, and walked back down.
It felt like I was on holiday then because
it really did.
It was a hot day.
Yeah.
Because the weather was a bit iffy the day, but it was like
and it was like
cold.
really and it just got
and the weather was
brightened
beautiful.
up.
I've still got tan lines on my legs from wearing shorts because that was the first time I've ever worn shorts publicly. So I was really proud of that. And
then we went on the big Ferris wheel, which was fun. Which we thought we were only going to get one spin, and then it carried on going. I was like, am I getting off this or no?
Yeah, that vlog's going to be really nice because it's going to be really cinematic.
Yeah.
I got some really nice footage. Lewis doesn't like, you didn't take your shoes off, did you? Because you don't like sand.
Nah,
so I was walking along the shoreline and Lewis was about 6 meters away from me. We were like chatting with each other.
Yeah.
But it was nice. There was loads of families there because it was Labor Day weekend.
It was Labor Day weekend.
So
it was in fact Labor Day, I think. Oh no, Labor Day weekend.
Was that Sunday we were there? We went on a day, we purposely went on a day.
It was the Tuesday we went.
Okay, so it was still...
Maybe it was Labor Day. I don't know. Anyway, there were kids there, families there, it was really nice.
It was sweet, it wasn't too busy as well.
It didn't take too long to get there either.
No. And because we were there during the day, it seemed to get much busier later in the afternoon and the evening when we were leaving to go see Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice was... I'm listening to that music religiously.
Yeah.
Because I just I don't know, I really enjoyed it. You liked it? Yeah.
I enjoyed it, but
I want it to transfer.
I was just like
really bad.
I thought everyone bigs it up so much, like even now on Twitter, and I see people talking about it, and I'm like, oh, it's not as good as what people say.
Leslie Kritzler.
Yeah, there's no doubt everyone in it is phenomenal, but it was just the actual story. I don't know. Maybe it just felt a bit young.
I've never watched the film.
I've never. Oh, we should watch the film.
Beetlejuice.
So yeah, I want to listen to the music more. The only one I've listened to so far is Hey Mom, Dead
Mom, I need a little. If I knew then what I know now.
Yeah, I want to listen to it more.
Oh my God.
But I've just not gotten there yet because I'm too obsessed with Hadestown, Moulin Rouge, and a little bit of Tootsie. Which
we saw Hadestown the next day because that was another one-show day, wasn't it? Oh, no, Hadestown, was that a one-show day?
Yeah, because that was the evening of Hercules. Yeah. Well, we tried to.
So the following day, we went to go see Hadestown.
Which, because again, that was the hardest ticket for everyone to get tickets for because they've just
our most expensive ticket, wasn't it?
It was the most expensive ticket. It was sold out. The security for that one was insane. They must have had issues with it. It's also quite a small venue, but it was nice. I think I've said already on the vlog, which isn't out yet, I had a few qualms with it. Really enjoyed the show. Amber Gray, I'm obsessed with her. I really wish she would stage door, but I understand because she's also like, it's not a performer's obligation to ever stage door, but I just admire her so much.
Yeah.
Like I would love to meet her and like.
I just really love Eva.
Yeah, of course.
And Reeve.
And Reeve. And when we saw them afterwards, walking to lunch together.
That was so cute.
It was very sweet. So yeah, literally the only thing I said that I had an issue with was the fact that the ensemble was made so much smaller.
Oh my God, Timothy Hughes in the ensemble. Oh my God, he's like 6 foot fucking gigantic, and he's beautiful.
Yes.
He's my husband.
But that's it. Everyone was beautiful. There was no one that looked a little bit different aside from him because he was the tallest person I've ever seen, I think.
But yeah, that was one thing I liked about
representation. When I think about that production, when I think about the
that's to do with Arts Council though? Because you know Arts Council here, you have to have like a diverse, and that the National the Arts Council funded. So it must be because if you're getting Arts Council funding, you have to have a really diverse cast. That's part of the checklist.
I don't know, but it was just. Again, as someone who's not skinny, I just see it as there's no one in this cast who's even like a size 12. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And that's skinny, but like I'm like a 14, 16. But it's just like there's no one.
Beautiful. Can't care from.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
And then we've got the flowers at the stage door, which I gave mine to Amy because I really haven't used one, but obviously you've got yours.
Yeah, which fun fact recently, have you seen in my room? No. In my vlogs at the end of them I stick like my ticket to my board. My board is so heavy from all the tickets it fell off the wall in the middle of the night. I absolutely shit myself. And now I need to buy more sticky things to stick it to the wall, but it was so heavy it fell. And the last thing I added to it was the flower at the top, so I'm blaming the weight of the flower, which is not heavy, of course, it's not a little piece of plastic, but yeah. Stage door was fine. Eva was not well, she didn't go up on any of her notes, but she wasn't well, do you remember that? But I'm not angry because she's amazing.
Rather than, oh no, it's the same.
No, it was when she was doing, I'm going with me. Sounds like drumming. She went down every time rather than drumming.
Rather than
yeah.
She went,
I'm coming.
Yeah.
Which doesn't matter. Like again.
Sorry, headphone users. It just had to do with me going up the octave.
Well, at least you can sing. Like you're
come in.
I don't know if you're aware, but the neighbours keep looking at us through the top window.
Do they?
We've got no curtains on our windows. I know.
Oh my God.
No.
Oh, that's a whole other story.
Sorry. Yeah, that's a whole other story.
Never mind. Anyway.
Merch for Hadestown.
Oh, merch for Hadestown was wild.
I just wish I could have bought it all, and I said I was going to. I know, but also the hoodies are not nice. They're t-shirts.
You don't like this. So if you're listening, I'm currently wearing.
No, it isn't that.
Yeah, but it's a jersey material, which you don't like.
It was a t-shirt as a hoodie, but a bit thicker.
That is not nice.
It's thin, and I assumed it's maybe in winter they have thick ones. I don't know, but yeah. So
that was Hadestown.
Oh yeah, then obviously we went to Hercules. We didn't win. So when we went the other time, I won on what?
Was that the night where we... Was that the night the Harry Potter thing happened?
No, that was the night we waited for it to happen and nothing happened. And And I was like, we were like lurking around for ages. So basically, because these vlogs aren't out, you have no idea what we're talking about. Harry Potter were filming a massive event the night after. So I don't even know what day we're on, but the night after, basically.
So they were shooting. Tuesday.
They were shooting a massive commercial. And basically, after we came back from Hercules with Darcy, I can't say their names. I've already said it, with Darcy and fucking
Darcy and Reese.
We had Slurpees with them. That was amazing. 10 out of 10. Wish we had that here, but also it's a lot of calories and sugar. We were in Times Square and they were doing like setup for a movie, which me and Lewis are tour guides. We know that they're usually like, they're filming now. Like there was a massive set today in Pall Mall.
Wow.
Yeah, huge. I've never seen so many trucks. It was huge.
It was just so weird that they were setting up a whole night before.
The following night before. And it wasn't even that big a deal. Like they shut off all, so basically Harry Potter filmed it. We actually are in the advert at the back of our heads.
Somewhere.
We made it.
You'll see us. You'll see us actually vlogging with our cameras in front of us.
Yeah. We signed releases for it, but I think the issue was I was wearing like a Moulin Rouge t-shirt. Oh!
No, because didn't you put on the t-shirt?
I didn't, so, because no one knows what I'm talking about. Right, after they did the event, basically, they were filming the advert non-stop for like an hour. They had the whole cast from
It would repeat like once every 10 minutes.
They were using most of the screens in Times Square to do like the Death Eater thing. Please watch the advert so you understand what we're talking about. It was really cool. Anyway, after they stopped doing that, some guy like about, I'm gonna say like about 10 meters away, who worked for them, started throwing t-shirts from Harry Potter and the Cursed Child into the crowd.
I ran
Lewis
to the man and was gonna like literally yeet one from his hands.
And I know.
And I was like, please give me one. I'm English. I'm literally Harry Potter.
And I know why you went. You went not for you went for me, because you don't even wear them.
It's not gonna fit me, I'm a thick boy.
My heart was like, Lewis has went over there to try and get me a t-shirt. So I was like, I looked over, it was a literal swarm, and I thought, I'm not having Colleen Todrick flashbacks.
Literally.
So I was like, no, I'm going to stand here. So I was stood here vlogging, and then I vlogged the thing, and then I literally went, no, not like that. And as I put my phone down, a t-shirt came flying in my direction. I shit you not, it was right here. And I put my arm up, caught it like that, brought it down. But as I brought it down, some man behind me was trying to wrestle it off me.
I would have.
And I went like that. I was like, get off.
Get off.
I didn't say get off. I went like that, and I laughed because it was funny to me. But it was funny to me that he tried to steal a t-shirt from me when it was clearly it landed on me.
Now the weird man was next to me.
No, he was.
But that was the following night. Before all of that happened, we'd been to see Moulin Rouge's.
No.
Yeah, we saw Moulin Rouge the matinee.
Oh, on the day after. So I thought you went back to the Hercules day. Sorry.
No, the Hercules day. This didn't happen on the Hercules.
No, I know
day.
that.
Oh yeah, but before the whole Hercules thing in Times Square happened, we did see Moulin Rouge again. We met Nina West, but we've spoken about Moulin Rouge, so we don't really need to go back.
No,
to that.
but the one thing I will say about Moulin Rouge was we got to see Ashley Loren debut by accident because Thingy was unwell.
I just assumed that it was like she would always be doing Thursday matinees, but it wasn't like it. It
was her debut, and we had no idea till the stage door. No, we didn't. I had no idea till the interval when the usher told me because I was chatting. I was wearing merch. We went to see Moulin Rouge, got a t-shirt, went back, had the t-shirt on, so I looked like Stan. I don't care. I have no shame.
And we met Nina West.
And we met. But I walked past her because
I walked past and I made eye contact and was like, hi, and she was like, hi, and I was like.
For me, it was when
and I waited outside waiting for Zara. I was like, Nina West is in there, she's gonna come. And I was like, I need a picture of Nina West. And we stopped her, and she's like, oh, I love your accents, or something like that, which is like typical. She was
like, you guys are the sweetest. She was, and obviously Nina West, when I watched that series, I was devastated when she got sent out.
Yeah, you were like, you're our queen.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's what, yeah, because she is my queen, because I was like, she should have won. She was the nicest, she was talented, she was the old-fashioned drag.
Yeah. It was wild.
We also managed to get a photo with Aaron today.
Oh my god.
So, when we saw Moulin Rouge the first time in the evening, the bodyguard came out and was like, please don't ask Mr. DeVay for photos, he's just signing, blah, blah, blah. And we were like, of course, no problem. I'm just grateful he's come out, to be honest. And then he did. I was really sad that Satine, why don't I know her name? Who plays Satine? I'm so bad with things. I was so sad that Satine didn't come out because I thought she was incredible. I also had no idea who she was. I had no idea that she'd been in all this stuff before because I'm oblivious. So I was just blown away by the performance of
Yeah.
City. I didn't even know she'd been in the Heights. I didn't know any of that.
She's like done loads, hasn't she?
Yeah, loads. I had no idea.
Nina.
I'll say this, I think the Moulin Rouge soundtrack does not do it justice to how it feels when you watch
definitely
it.
not.
Everyone has
I
said
feel like
that
it
to
was
me.
too rushed.
Do you think? Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't sound her best as well.
No.
She sounds so much better.
50-year-old woman.
Is she?
No, she sounds like a 50-year-old.
Oh, right.
Her wrists are so much nicer in person. Sorry, is that too harsh? I don't know.
Said it now.
Not true about it.
So, yeah, and then the afternoon happened and we saw him taking photos with people at the matinee and we were like, oh, I guess now's our chance.
Yeah.
I don't know if the bodyguard forgot to say, but
yeah, so.
it didn't actually take that long. It was not many people there because in the afternoon there was a business event happening at Moulin Rouge, so luckily everyone left and the stage door was quite empty.
Yeah,
so.
pretty much.
Yeah, so.
But yeah, and then obviously the whole Harry Potter thing happened in the evening.
Yeah.
And then we went back, and then that was Wednesday, so Thursday was our last full day, which was when we saw The Temptations. I really liked it. I keep thinking back to it, and I'm like, I liked that. You didn't.
I'm glad you did, because I did not. 2 reasons. Number 1, I almost got pneumonia sat in that theatre.
It was like, for me to say I'm cold, that's the point.
There were people behind us sat with their blankets over their heads, like from like Max they had. Like it was, and it's obviously it's September, so but it was still boy. Even now in New York,
it was warm
there's people
outside.
walking around in shorts. It was hot, and it was freezing. And I think I mentioned it to the usher in the interval, and they said that the air conditioning was broken, so it was on non-stop, and they couldn't turn it off, and that was the issue. The show, obviously talented. I just thought the story was, and I didn't like the ending because there really wasn't one.
I really wanted to make a mix at the end, and we didn't get it.
Yeah, there wasn't one, and I was just like.
I really thought they were going to do that. Like every jukebox musical does a mega mix.
And that was sort of why we wanted to see it, because we can end it on our feet, you know, on high. And I think Moulin Rouge, we saw that, and every other show ruined. Yeah. I was like, Tootsie, trash. Moulin Rouge, amazing. Mean Girls, trash! Like, I just hated everything after that. That's not true, I like Mean Girls.
I take that back.
The only songs I seem to listen to at the Mean Girls track at the moment are Katie's songs. It roared, it roared.
You know what song I always listen to? I'm gonna watch the world burn out of gasoline.
Yeah.
I'll watch the world burn. I don't even know.
God, that's some big dick energy.
Me, and I watch the world burn. Oh my god, I can't know. And yeah.
Yeah.
And
so,
my name is Regina Judge. Anyway. So yeah, and then our last day we went to the National History Museum, which I thought was free. Wasn't. We had to pay it was like pay what you can, and I literally had
so
$10 of spending money left, and I was like, look, I got $10, we both want to come in. She's like, that's fine. I was like, I'm so sorry.
Because you couldn't just walk into the museum, you had to be in the queue, and it was like suggested recommended entry price, and I swear it was like $30.
We should have paid $60 each.
And we were like...
And we gave them a tenner. Low.
And then we got to the front and you were like, I'm so sorry.
It was really good though. We had to kind of rush through it though, because I was like...
We did.
Because we were thinking about time.
Our museum's better. I wasn't blown away by it, but maybe it's because we rushed around it so much.
We didn't really have time to take things in. Like, it was really, actually, you know what I did like?
What?
All of the mannequins with all the clothes and all like
it was really detailed.
and the animals was really cool, but it was like we just had to rush it.
Yeah.
I remember going into the thing where it was like the Amazon rainforest. So, you know, actually, I think it was really good.
The Amazon rainforest?
Yeah, I remember we went through the rainforest part. And it was like all the animals that were going to be extinct in like, or nearly extinct.
Oh god!
It was really actually.
It was
you know what?
good.
It was one of the best museums I've been
Sorry,
into.
I said that. I think I was just so
We were
tired
really
and
tired.
overwhelmed, and we thought we were living on McDonald's because we couldn't afford anything else. Because why is food in America so expensive? Why don't they have meal deals like we have Sainsbury's or Tesco's? That doesn't exist. Even though McDonald's was expensive, but that was the cheapest we could find.
Literally.
Oh.
No, I really like their McFlurries over there. Just something about them, which is really good. I don't know. Maybe it's because they put lots of topping in.
I love their drink sizes.
Oh yeah,
personally.
buckets. They're buckets, aren't they?
That's how it should be. It's a good hearty
Drink.
drink.
Yeah. So that was New York, really, wasn't it?
That was it. Yeah. We did plan on getting people to ask us questions, but because it's been so long and Lewis was Instagramming live a lot of people were asking us questions while we were
While
there.
we were on live and things like that. So yeah, so sorry if we didn't manage to answer any questions about New York that you really want to know.
If you have questions for us though, like for this, like what
DM us.
Yeah.
I'm TheLewisSnell on everything.
Sorry, Jaeger on everything. Just it's spelling my name correctly is the problem.
ZSARAGAEGER.
Oh no. What did you just say? GAE? G?
Jaeger. But yeah, so that was that's our New York podcast. Sorry it's been a very, very long one. I hope you have enjoyed it and I hope you managed to get through to the end and have enjoyed our breakdown of New York.
The funny thing was Lewis, when we came back, you had loads of money because I owed you money. I gave him all this money back. And he was like, I might put New York for like November.
I nearly did. Because it was like, we just got back to uni and I was so stressed out. Well, I thought the first week was stressful. I'm stressful now. I was nearly going to book it for Christmas. I nearly booked a trip. Oh my god, I might do it when I get back this way. Bye everyone.
It's not off the books that we could go again next year, is it? But then again, we don't know when if we're gonna be working actors. Maybe we'll have a job. Maybe you'll be in Mean Girls Broadway.
Maybe I'll be in Mean Girls.
Maybe I'll be visiting you like the Jevon Hansen cast.
Oh, amazing. Imagine. Anyway, thank you for joining us on this podcast. We should go.
Thanks
because we've got another one to film. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching wherever you've joined us. And have a good day, evening or lunchtime. And I hope you managed to finish your brew from Tea for Two.